PHP, we've had a lot of great SVP meetings, but today's VP meeting may be the greatest VP meeting we've ever had in the history of the company. I got 5 announcements for you. I got 3 FAB members here with me, Rodolfo Vargas, Palayo, Sapala. They know what these 5 announcements are because they came up with it, including the Gaitans. Now, prior to giving you these 5 announcements, I want to preface something. We've never done this before. You're going to lose your mind. You're going to go crazy. And we're doing it because we want all of you to walk across the stage at MGM Grand Arena in front of nearly 15,000 people so you can have the video and come back. So your identity can shift, just like when a lot of our leaders went to Monaco and they came back and they're not ever going to be the same person ever again from going to Monaco. So having said that, guys, if you're ready, let's get right into it if you're okay with that. Yes, let's get into it.
Yes.
Couple things. Number one, let me just say this here. While we were gone, we ran a Monaco contest, and we're going to give 2 tickets away for people to take a guest with them to Cancun in their base shop. Here's who performed to get recognition gear, authentic gear from Monaco. Top 5 personal recruiters with minimum 5 personal recruits. Luis and Jasmine Perez had 9. Brianna Andrade had 10. Joanna Galeno had 11. Johnny Moore had 13. And number 1, Hector and Kelly Mendez. Top 3 personal producers with a minimum of 20,000 points. Hiram Travis, William and Beatrice, and number 1, Saeed, who's about to get to $500,000 year income the way he's going. By the way, Carlos Medrano, I think the last 3 months, he's made a minimum of $50,000 every month. I think David Bryan Palayo this month made 85 grand or something like that. I think Zaldo made 70 grand. I mean, the cash, we're seeing in a month, by the way, in the month of June, a lot of crazy stuff going on. Base recruits for the time while we were in Monaco, who performed. Number 4 was Solis and Okafor, 16. Number 2 was Ricky and Erica. While they were in Monaco, they did 27 while they were in Monaco. Great job to Ricky and Erica, but there was only one base shop that did over 30, and that's Luis and Jasmine Perez with 32. They were the only one that did over 30. You get to get a ticket to take somebody with you with Cabo, whoever was the biggest flag here in your base shop. Congratulations with you. You'll be joining us to Cabo. Then the top 5 base shop points during the time. Number 5 was Moon with a minimum of $30,000. Hiram was number 4. Zaldo 3. William and Beatrice number 2. And number 1 with $45,000. Saeed, you're going to be able to take somebody with you with Cabo. Saeed's just not slowing down. And then we had those period that we had with the 5 personal recruits. First 20 to get 5 personal recruits. Nicholas Hernandez, Evelyn Papolo, Elizabeth Bonilas, Yanet Arceo, Leonardo Bellinger, Rodolfo Pililo Melin, Natalie Oylen Rivera, Renato Hunt, Derek Grayson, Tarek Bronu, Donna Flores, Ariana Kamampofnu, Heather Branter, April Lopez. The longer the company gets, these names get tougher and tougher. George Gregory Skeen, Humberto Vega, Roger Franco, thank you, Roger, Hector and Kelly Mendez, Eugene Oliva, Maria Angela Medina. We got to limit it to 1 first name, 1 last name. Everything like Puerto Ricans. Why you guys make it so complicated? Patrick, Bet David, right? George, Palayo. It's easy. Anyways, great job. Tico, I think these guys are getting what? Are we recognizing?
They're going to get something special. They're going to be signed from you, Pat. So that's going to be pretty sick. They're going to get that in the mail.
I love it. And by the way, for those of you guys that fought very hard for the Dudley Rutherford private webinar that we're going to be doing, 634 of you got a direct. Now you just got to match it with 1,000 points. That's 634 that could potentially be on the Zoom. 80 MDs did a minimum of 5 base recruits. And then so stay tuned for that. In the next update video, we'll talk about this with you. Now, those of you guys that want to go to MGM Grand Arena, you guys got to keep in mind, million point base shop retreat started last month, June 1st. So keep that in mind. There's a lot of great million point base shop retreats going on in Florida. I can't wait to spend that time with you guys. Our leaders cannot wait to spend time with you guys. Speaking time. If you want to speak, track it in the back office. People are watching it very, very closely. Backstage VIP. This is royalty treatment where amongst breaks, you can go straight up there and eat something, relax. Top 20 base shops, butts and seats at MGM Grand Arena. With a minimum of 100, you'll get to sit on the floor and go backstage. Any base shop that's at a minimum of 583,000 points, as of the date you walk into MGM Grand Arena, you're going to sit on the floor and go backstage. Top 5 net VP, Golf Score, you know who you are. You'll be on the floor and get VIP backstage. And number one, base shop attendance. You get those 2 lounge chair seats in the front, and you're going to get 2 next to it for your top people in your base shop to get those lounge seats. Same as number 1 net VP butts and seats. All of you are going to get concierge service, meaning you can say for lunch, I want lobster. We'll bring you lobster. You could say for lunch, I want to have a big T-bone, tomahawk, medium. We'll bring it to you. I want to have some, lobster mac and cheese. I'm getting hungry right now. But anyways, you can order whatever you want. We'll bring that food to you. Outside of that, just a few things with the hosting time is going on right now. Recognition ends July 15th, which you're going to know why you're going to have a big, you'll see why you're going to crush it between now and July 15th. And then recognition goes to July 15th. By the way, I don't know if Pelayo Vargas, Sapala, I don't know if you guys seen it or not. If the base shop recognition ended today, do you guys know Ricky and Erica are number 3? Zaldo is ahead of Ricky and Erica on base points. Wow. And then Musgrove is first. If today Ricky was talking trash to Musgrove, I don't know if you guys caught that or not. Yes, but if Musgrove beats Ricky and Erica in base shop production and Zaldo, guess who's talking trash to who at the directors and up meeting? Anyways, maybe this is the year where Ricky and Erica are like, they just got their $1 million ring and they're just kind of kicking back, came back from shopping $40,000 of clothes at all these weird places. You can't pronounce the words. He got a nice $25,000 Hublot watch. We got him a nice yellow Ferrari. They got in it I was going to say topless, but convertible. They took it all the way down to Italy and had a great time together with these beautiful photo shoots. Apparently, Erica hired a photographer. They took all these nice. Ricky was walking around like a Cholo gangster model guy that was taking all these nice pictures for himself. Anyways, it was weird stuff going on. Maybe they're happy. Maybe they're content. Maybe they're like, Zaldo, go, Musgrove, go. But we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen. Outside of that, book of the month, write this down. Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. If you've read it, read it again, because the next 2 years, I told the VPs today, every single VP on the call today, your plan ought to be within 12 to 18 months to get to 7 figures. Mortgage, real estate, title, furniture, escrow, appraisal. Every one of these guys are sitting around saying, what's going to happen with me right now? A lot of these loan officers, 80% of their money was based on refis, not new purchases. They don't have that business right now. Realtors are being recruited left and right to the insurance industry. Some of you guys got to have plans of taking 100, just yourself, to the big event. And you will see some players, some of the biggest giants in the industry are going to be recruited between now and the big event. I remember when Hector and Erica Del Toro got recruited. They're from the industry. I remember when Marlene got recruited. They're from the industry. I can give you so many names of real estate people that are getting recruited right now, but just make sure you read that book, because your identity needs to get there first before you make the kind of money you want to make, whether it's a quarter, half, $1 million or higher. So with that being said, FAB, can we get into the announcements with your permission, if that's okay?
Let's do it. Let's do it. My heart is pumping already.
Excited.
I think everybody has to look at if you're watching this, guys, July 9th is a Saturday. That's going to be the first closeout. Here's what we're doing in specific sequence. Stay with me, because it's about to get crazy. You're going to want to share this video with everybody on your team, and you're going to want to comment in the group me, in the MD group me. You're going to say, I can't believe this. You're going to text your VP. You're going to say, is this serious? Are they serious? I can't believe this. This is going to be crazy. Watch July be the biggest month in the history of the company, because of all the crazy things that will be announcing at MGM Grand Arena. You're going to lose your mind when you hear about what we're going to be announcing. But let me get right into it. So those of you guys that want to become MDs, we don't have the 3 direct FAs now. This will be your last chance. Between now and July 9th, which is a Saturday, anybody that does 3, 3, 3, you're an FA. Let me say this one more time. Anybody that does 3, 3, 3 from the 1st to the 9th, you're an FA. If you're not an FA yet, go get that done. Number 2, if you say, Pat, I'm already an FA, but I was hoping you were going to do something for director, no problem. Number 1, if you do want to be a director, you have to be at a minimum of 3, 3, 3 by the 9th to be able to compete for director, which goes till the 16th, not 15th, 16th. That's a Saturday, exactly a week later. After the 9th, it's the 16th. If by the 16th, you're at 888, you are a director. Let me say this one more time. If by the 16th, you're at 888, you're a director. that means you're going to go to the director and up meeting. By the way, those of you that are already directors, that you think you're going to go to the director and up meeting, you're not. The only way you're going to get into the director and up meeting, even though you're already a director, you need to do 333 by the 9th and 888 by the 16th, because we're spending the most money we've ever spent in a directors and up meeting ever. So 333 by the 9th, 888 by the 16th, for you to be able to walk in to the directors and up meeting. I don't know if you remember last year's director and up meeting. You don't ever miss a director and up meeting. It's the craziest show you'll ever have. So 333 by the 9th, 888 by the 16th, but it's about to get crazy here, okay? Pelayo, Vargas, Sapala, you think they're gonna have a crazy reaction? Have we ever done anything like this next one before? Ever?
Patrick, never. I've been in this business for over 10 years. I never seen anything like it. What about to say?
You have no idea what's about to come.
It's just like, it's like a buildup, like momentum. These are previews. It's about to happen. It's about to get so exciting right now.
Here we go. Do you guys remember at the TTT, we announced a new position in PHP called Producing Marketing Director, where you stay in the base shop where you're at 70%, only 5% less than an MD. Do you remember that when we talked about it? Well, first time ever in the history of the company. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't do this again in 2023, in 2022. Let me explain to you how this thing works. FA 333 by the 9th, you're at 50%. Director, you do a minimum of 333 by the 9th, then 888 by the 16th, you're at 60%. But some of you guys that are capitalists, that you want to be at 70%, you have to do 33 by the 9th. You have to do 888 by the 16th. But by the end of the month, not the 31st, because it falls on a Sunday, the 30th, that falls on a Saturday, midnight. If you do 20 base recruits, okay? 20 base recruits. If you do 40,000 in your base, 50% rule. If you do 20 base recruits, 40,000 base points, you'll get a 70% contract in a base shop. Let me tell you, it took me 17 months to get a 55% contract when I was in a former company. Pelayo, I don't know how long it took you to get to 55%, but your upline had some high standards. So it took you a while as well. Yeah. So you guys can, you guys gonna be able to be at 70% contract. You write $100,000 annuity part-time. 7% is the commission. That's $7,000. At 70%, you make $5,000 doing $100,000 annuity. And we're up. First time in the history of the company, by the way, that we did 800 annuities in the quarter. Q1, we did first time 700. We've never done 600. We did 700. We did 800 plus annuities this last quarter. 800 plus annuities, and it's just getting more and more and more. So for those of you that want to be PMDs by the end of the month, hit your 3-3 by the 9th, 8-8 by the 16th, 20-40 by the end of the month, 50% rule, 70% contract walking into MGM Grand Arena. But wait, we're not done yet. Here's the next one. Here's the next one. And this one, you're going to lose your mind. You're going to lose your mind, okay? So you saw the market crash video I made. We did a private webinar. It was 5,000 seats we had. It got to 5,000 seats, nobody could get on. We had to do the video live, and it got 1.2 million views, and a bunch of people shared that video. At this point, it again's got 75 million views on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Short, all reels, everywhere on what that video has done. It's everywhere, right? Everybody is seeing what's going on. And effective today, July 1st, you're going to see this video tomorrow. Today, by definition, is recession. Today, recession has begun today. 2 quarters in a row, we're in decline. Today is officially recession. Just so you know, by definition, but we're not going to hear about it for a minute, but by definition, it's today. So this next one we're announcing because we're simply looking for new killers and competitors that think bigger than anybody else, that's new, that wants to come up and say, Pat, as a new person, what can I do to compete with everybody? I want to go out there and become an MD. I don't want to wait. I want to go light it up. No problem. This is your month to do it. So here's how this thing works out. In a month of July, when you want to become an MD, you need 15 licensed agents. you need 3 direct FAs or 2 direct FAs and 1 direct director, 1 direct FA and 1 direct director. We still need your 15 licensed agents, but set that aside. Say you have that. In the month of July, anybody who has that also does 25 base recruits with 50,000 points, that hits 333 by the 9th, 888 by the 16th, 2550 by the 30th, you will be walking across the stage at MGM Grand Arena as a marketing director, okay? Never in the history of the company have we done this. Ever have we done this, okay? One more time, 2550, you got to do 333 by the 9th, 888 by the 16th, 2550 by the end of the month with your 15 licensed agents, with your FAs and directors. You're going to become an MD and walk across the stage at MGM Grand Arena after the biggest announcements we've ever made in the history of the company. Now, some of you guys may say, what if I want to go back and use my June 1st? No problem. You want to do that? Great. From June 1st, if you wanted to start to go June 1st to July 31st, it's 40 base recruits, 80,000 points. You pick and choose. Some of you guys may say, I'm just going to do the 2550. No problem. Some of you guys want to use June 1st. Either way, pick and choose. We'll accept either one of them for you to become an MD. Outside of that, which in a minute, I'll pause and turn it over to you guys. Outside of that, next board council retreat started today. Qualifications. It's my favorite event of the year because there's no better story than the next BCs. When you get trained by BCs, all of these guys are multi-millionaires. You're hearing from some of the best builders that ever done this business, not just in PHP, in the entire industry. Pelayo Vargas, Sapalas Gaitan are not just for the best builders in PHP. They are for the best builders this industry has ever seen. And you're going to get a chance to learn from these guys at Breakers Hotel. And one of you guys will stay at the Imperial Suite, which is $5,000 per night. But let me explain to you how this thing works. So here's how it works. Top 5 councils, you will be going to next board council retreat. Top 5 councils golf score. I'll give you the ranking here in a minute. Top 7 VPs and top 9 SMDs and up. You may be an MD today. You can compete. You just have to be an SMD by the time next board council retreat ends. Let me say this one more time. You may only be an MD today. Heck, you may only be a non-MD today. You may hit MD by the end of this month. And then you may promote 2 MDs the next 60 days after that. You hit SMD, you're in the top 9 golf score, you're going with us to the next board council retreat at Breakers Hotel, which every resident in America since 1900s has stayed at this hotel. Rockefeller's business partner, Flagler, built this hotel, one of the richest men that ever lived. You got to go to this property. We're just having lunch over there. Robert Duvall is next to us. You will run into presidents, you'll run into billionaires, you'll run into athletes. It's a very unique place to go to Breakers. If you've never been, you got to go. We take you to the Flagler restaurant. We could take you to Meat Market. Meat Market, there was a girl that came up that's John Mason's best friend, which John was just lit up. He was just so confident when that girl showed up. I don't know if you guys remember this. It's a very good memories. John remembers that conversation that we had. It's a fantastic. Every time she would walk away, John would light up, get excited. But it's a complete different story. He knows it's an inside joke. So anyways, next board council retreat, Breakers. Here's the golf score. Associates with a recruit in your base shop from July 1st to August 31st, associates with a recruit, base submitted points, base paid points, base new licensed agents, and base recruits. 5 things. Let me give it again. Base recruits, number of associates with a recruit, base submitted points, base paid points, base licensed agents, starting today, July 1st to August 31st. You don't want to miss the next board council retreat. Having said that, with all the crazy announcements that was made, Rodolfo, Sheena, Pelayo, let's start off with you. What are you thinking about all these announcements that was just made? And on top of that, how do you describe this? Like if I'm watching this, I'm a non-MD or an MD or I'm a VP. What's the strategy? What should I do? Why is this so unique taking place today?
We normally have contests where it's like like we're running FA or we're running director. First, and to be able to say, hey, we're doubling these up, and then to add PMD, it took us 2 years and 7 months, and back then it was like a 65% contract. So when we hit MD. It wasn't, 70%, 70%. PMD and PHP is higher than other contracts with a lot of other companies. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking about that. Like, I can't, like, even though I knew the announcement because we did it in Monaco, just hearing it again, and now being back here, making the list of all the people that can potentially hit PMD in your base shop. If you're an MD and you're watching this, you got to make that list. If you're a non-MD and you're watching this, you got to text your MD and say, hey, we got to strategize. I got to hit this. We got to go to MGM, walk on stage. We were talking beforehand of if anybody that hits MD getting a chance to walk on stage in front of 15,000 people with your family in the audience. And so you knock out PMD and then you knock out MD, literally somebody can go and it's not going to be easy, but if they're licensed and they got the other stuff in the works or they figure that out, somebody can literally go from like a training associate to becoming a marketing director. And if you look at our equity guidelines, to get more points, you get your watch, you get a certain number of points, you get your ring, you get more points. So if you're ever looking for like the perfect storm where everything that's going on in the economy right now, and the opportunity to make a high income so you can get the high contract, so you can get that income, so you finish the year, this just could be the greatest year of your life. You pay off the debt, you have the money in the savings, you upgrade your car, you upgrade where you live. December, you would sell us a dream on December 31st, New Year's Eve. How are you going into 2023? If you take this moment and you take it serious and you strategize, I'd be calling an emergency meeting. I'd be looking at everybody's promotion, how they're leveling up. Your December 31st could be the best New Year's Eve you've ever had in life. And we can't wait. We can't wait. So I don't want to take it all, but super fired up. We've never done this before. Insanity.
I love it. Vargas, what you thinking?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I tell you a couple of things. I've been doing this business since the beginning of PHP. I was there when you announced that we were going to start PHP, and never, ever, ever in my career, I've seen an announcement like this, ever. We never had anything like this. Nothing, never. I never seen it. We have Phil Associate, we have director, we have PMD, we have a marketing director promotion in a month. Are you kidding me? We never had it like this. So if I'm over there listening, by the way, but what Pelayo is saying, a PMD with all the bonuses and everything, that a PMD is going to pay a 90% contract with all the bonuses that we have from the insurance company. So it's not only 70%. No, you're going to get paid direct deposit to you at 95% with all the bonuses that we get. So that's insane. But if I'm listening to this, and I'm taking advantage of this, and all I'm picturing is MGM. I'm picturing MGM that night, the gala night, when they announce, and the marketing directors and the new marketing directors, because I go to myself when I become an MD. And remember, this is not going to be the next big event that we have last year. Because last year we have, if you guys remember, we have COVID, there are so many things. We have there was people still a little bit afraid. We have a lot of people like vaccines. We have all these crazy, there was some leaders that's still a little bit crazy. We don't have any of that stuff. We have, if I'm you, I'm calling all my family. Here's what I'm doing today. Because this video is coming up on Saturday, right? Saturday morning. Here's what I'm doing today. Dad, mom, daughter, my family. I'm calling my son. I'm calling my family. I'm letting you know this month I am becoming a marketing director. My life is about to change. I'm going to be a different person. Watch me. The next 30 days, I'm about to change my life. Look at that. Imagine that. Say your name and all your family that are watching you because you work right now in July. That is going to be an amazing. That's all I'm picturing. I'm telling you, this is the greatest announcement. We have never had an announcement like this. This is the greatest announcement that we ever had as a company.
Powerful. I'm excited to see what's going to happen with that. But Sheena, what are you thinking?
I mean, the announcements couldn't have come at a better time. I think for a lot of people, it's been a full year since our last big event. And just think about the last 12 months, how it was for you. This is a great time to go into an event with a different mindset. And I always been saying this whole market correction, it's not a market correction, it's been a mindset correction. I'm talking to people right now that no longer we have to get them to understand you got to work to actually make an income. They're ready. I had a client text me out of nowhere coming back from Monaco. She said, Sheena, I want to know more about PHP. I have no clue how she was watching everything, but she found us. And I reached out to her, I started talking to her. She's like, you know, I'm in my 50s. I had a lot of people that are my coworkers losing money in the market, and I want to help them. I want to help them. And I said, I understand the world of this industry, and I love it. I just haven't found an environment that has a culture and the competitiveness that I'm looking for. I mean, that it wasn't even a hard sell. It was as if the seas have parted, everybody, and the mindsets are changing, and people are ready for really putting their heads down and working. You have people that are used to making a 6-figure income about to be laid off and now seeing their income incredibly decrease. They're going to be hungry to find an industry, just this entire industry, that's now stable enough to sustain that kind of identity and mindset. So if I were you, I would even be thinking about who are the influencers, people in the real estate market, mortgages, loan officers, constructions, furniture, all the people right now that are affected. Why don't you come out to Vegas? We have a great show we can put on, introduce you to the culture, introduce you to why we in this industry don't worry when bad things happen. If this is the time to start changing the trajectory of your business, it will be right now. And the fact that you're going to announce FA director leading into PMD and marketing director, it couldn't be a better time. I'm jacked up because I know the people that take advantage of this. I know the people that focus on butts and seats at MGM, definitely going to be MSM, are going to take over for the rest of the year.
Well, we're looking forward to that part. By the way, we just heard from Sheena. 7 years in PHP, have made nearly $10 million. Let me say this one more time. In 7 years, made nearly $10 million. And at this pace, if they go at the pace that they're going with what plans that they have, the next 3 years they can make $10 million. This is a very different era we're entering, guys. A very, very different era we're entering. Obviously, you guys know the butts and seats on the VP call. Who's going to sit on the floor? Who's going to sit in the back? What arena, especially now there's a net council, like you can leverage VPs to sit together. It's crazy what we're doing, but I want to show you guys this. Check this out. Watch this. The event opens up with Nelly's concert. Okay, I would play the song Just a Dream. I would play the song, number one, but you know what the number one is, what the music is. He opens up. Then Ali's daughter, Layla Ali, some call the greatest female boxer of all time. She will be interviewed. Then you got Penn and Teller, who's got a show regular in Vegas. They'll be entertaining. Kurt Warner from the movie American Underdog. And obviously, Shaq and I are probably going to wrestle again to a fight or something. He's not happy with the interview I did with Kobe a few years ago. We have no clue what's going to happen with Shaq and I. But I'm looking forward to that part. And then some other massive, massive announcements that we will be making that you don't know about. That you'll sit there at the event and you'll get the chills all over your body. You're going to say, this cannot be real. But it's real. All of this stuff is being put together for your life to change. My life's already changed 100-fold. I'm living a life today. I'm being interviewed by a guy that's interviewing me for this whole thing. And he asked me the question. He says, so tell us about the American dream and what your life looks like. I said, what do you want me to tell you? He says, was there ever a moment that you almost gave up? I said, absolutely. He said, when was it? I said, 2 years into PHP. I come home one night and I'm gone for my $500,000 in savings. I put all of it into the business. I'm down to $13,000. I've never missed payroll. I've never missed commission. I've never missed anything. But I come home. No one knows I only have $13,000 left. The only person that knows is me and the bank account. That's the only person that knows how much money I got left. I come home. Jen is in tears. It's midnight. I said, why are you crying? She said, I just had a miscarriage. We're excited about having our first baby. And if you've gone through a miscarriage, you know how it is the first time. It's very hard for the family to go through it. So then I'm like, oh my God, babe. So then I take my stuff and I'm listening to music, 80s music, and I'm walking around Summit and Woodland Hills, and I'm talking to God about why we're going through this. Just lost a contract in North American. We don't know what's going to happen with AIG. The only carrier we had left was AIG, and they didn't take monthly payments. It was only quarterly payments, and they wouldn't advance. We had limit of $50,000 advance per week. If we met it, they wouldn't advance. Everything was paid as earned. I don't know what to do. And I'm praying to God that night till 1:30. I said, if something doesn't happen this week, I may not make payroll next week. This close. I said, and look at my life today. Okay. Many of you guys may be going through a phase right now that no one knows about. A challenge, rent, frustration, fears, insecurity, concerns, marriage, relationship, kids. No matter what you're going through, this will be the challenge that you'll have to overcome yourself. You will think you're the only one that's going through this. You're not. Everybody else is going through it as well. They just don't advertise their problems. And at the end of the day, you don't know the challenges Rodolfo and Ceci overcame to win at the highest level. We do. You don't know the challenges Sheena Matsapalo overcame to win at the highest level. We do. You don't know the challenges Pelayo went through. We do. You don't know the challenges Jose Martin Gaitan went through. We do. But because we do, we respect them that much more because now they're financially free millionaires, heroes to their families, because many years ago when they were also this close, like many of you, they doubled down. This is why leaders salute each other like this, because as much as you compete and you want to get more stage time, more recognition, whatever it is, it's a level of respect for each other BCs have because they all pay the price a little bit more than their peers and they're now millionaires. I would love nothing more for you to make the decision today to make July the beginning of the greatest years of your life. I can't wait to see which organization is going to capitalize off today's announcements more than anybody else. We will see you on the 9th, having your 3 and 3, because everything else after that starts with 3-3-3 on the night. See you on the Leaders Bulletin, guys. Take care. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.
Pat, there's also the director for the after party. There was something on the first.
Oh, shoot. You're right. You're right. I forgot. I hope they're still watching. For those of you guys that are still watching, Pelayo's right. Anybody, because we're fully booked with the after party at Hakkasan. Anybody that gets to director by the 16th, you're automatically invited to the after party at Hakkasan. We're shutting the whole place down. DJ just for us, bars just for us, open everything just for us. Anybody that hits director by the 16th. By the way, always remember, whoever remembered that announcement is a person that probably partied the hardest out of everybody. Again, it's history. This is a little bit of research right there. That is okay. So forget about it. So George, thank you for the reminder because you're so concerned about all of us partying together, which I'm all for it at MGM. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.